Okay. Hey, everybody, it's book club. Today is Avengers 239. It was Matt's choice, so we'll let Matt take it away. Nope, wrong way. Here we are. So take her away, Matt.
This review comes from the Home Office back in Sioux City, Iowa. Top 10 reasons to read this book. No, okay. For those that don't know, I will preface this book by saying back in the time period this book came out, they had a thing called Assistant Editors Month,
Oh, okay.
where all the assistant editors did a sort of wacky story in their books. Well, this was the Avengers wacky story. They brought in David Letterman. So Hawkeye arrives at the Avengers mansion with his new bride, Mockingbird. Okay, even as the couple gets accustomed themselves to the Vision's new hologram form, they go in and Hawkeye says that a Mockingbird doesn't need to get the usual security checks because she's already passed them being a former agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. All of a sudden, the phone rings, and it's Wonder Man asking everybody to kind of help his acting career, which is going nowhere at the moment, by appearing with him on the David Letterman show. Apparently, his agent booked him without telling him, and he's got to go out and do this. With the regular team out on a mission, the Vision recruits several former members, and soon Wonder Man, Hawkeye, and Mockingbird are joined by Black Panther, the Beast, and the Black Widow. The Fabian Stankiewicz, the Avengers punk-ass antagonist, that is basically not a winner in life. And he invades the studio in disguise and installs various inventions which attacked the heroes on the stage. While Stankiewicz takes the guest seat and brags about his devices. When Stankiewicz uses his force shield belt to protect him and Letterman from getting hurt by the attacks on the stage, Letterman grabs a prop doorknob, which is about the size of, this, and hits Fabian in the head, knocking him out, and thus Bennett and Letterman somehow manages to deactivate his power device. The Avengers defeat all the devices as they are stopped working, and they win the day. Stankiewicz gets arrested and goes away. Later at the Avengers mansion, they start to watch the Letterman show that they were on because it's taped in advance. And to Wonder Man's dismay, the show has been preempted for an emergency news bulletin. And that's the story. The writer was Roger Stern. The pencils were by Al Milgrom, and the inks were by Joe Sinnott. I thought this was really funny. I thought it was neat that they managed to get the permission to use Letterman's image and Paul Schaefer's image. This was back, of course, when they were still on NBC before he moved to CBS and got really big. I got inspired to pull this book out by the fact that I was watching old game show clips and David Letterman was on The Gong Show. So I thought back in his early days, when just after he was a weatherman. So I decided to pull this one out thinking it was a lot of fun. And honestly, it is a lot of fun. You've got, explanations as to why the Avengers are out. You get to see former members. And in this book, Beast announced that he's leaving the Avengers permanently, so be with the Defenders. And, Hawkeye gets to reveal to the team that he's married now.
And
he ends up, then not long after this, he ends up at the West Coast Avengers with Mockingbird. So, and of course, Wonder Man, as most people know, if you follow the Avengers, was an aspiring TV actor. So this makes a lot of sense. The cover is decent art and looks a lot of fun. It's a little busy, but it looks a lot of fun. And I can't discount the fact that there are go-go checks at the top. and that they made the Marvel Comics logo look like the old DC logo from the Silver Age. So
A bit of parody for
yeah,
DC.
it's a bit of parody, and I love how they over accentuate the space in David Letterman's teeth as well, which I sort of have.
He's kind of Alfred E. Newman like.
Yeah, he really is. It's funny, and Paul Schaefer is a lot thinner than I remember him in the story. So,
He was always kind of thin. He was not like a big guy.
well, he was starting to look like get the dad bod at the end of the runs.
Mhm.
But anyway, so overall, I give the cover a 4.5. I really think it's amusing, and I really like it. The interior art, I would put it at a 3.5 because it was good, but there was a lot of angles that they didn't seem right. Like for example, the mockingbird shot where she looks like this. You know, her legs look way too long and out of proportion, and I was not really a fan of that. So as I said, interior art 3.5.
Yep.
Writing, this was a fun story. I like fun stories, so I'm going to give it a 4. This book for a superhero book, without being like a complete ridiculousness like the ambush bug, was a good parody and a lot of fun because you know what? I feel like this book may have influenced the Joker movie a little bit when the Joker's on the on with Robert De Niro. It's possible,
That's a
you
hell.
know.
Yeah.
It's possible. I mean, like the fact that the antagonist, goes on to a talk show is kind of cool.
Yeah. I see.
So I think that may have happened. And overall, the book is really it's fun. I enjoyed it. There's nothing I like more than a comic in the comic book, so I'm going to give it overall a 4.
Go. All right.
And I am going to pick TM to go next in honor of our video that came out this afternoon.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
great video, by the way.
Yeah, I appreciate Matt. I appreciate for picking this book. I thought this book was trash. It's the setup, the exposition, forcing Letterman into the story. Like this was no, I'm just kidding. I really enjoyed this story. I like how this is what I really like about this book is the fact that you're just like, hey, not all the Avengers are available right now. Let's pick and choose which ones we're gonna have. And I've never really seen this roster before of the Avengers with like Beast, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and it's just it was cool, just a mix and mash of these characters and stuff. And then you get a reveal that like Beast is was it Beast? I'm pretty sure it was Beast that said he was starting the
He's going to go with
Defenders.
the Defenders.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
going to
Yeah,
go with
that was pretty cool. We get that kind of reveal. We get the marriage, like the reveal of the marriage between Hawkeye and Mockingbird,
Yeah.
and it.
Was
Yeah,
this,
so you got a
was,
lot in this book besides just Letterman, and I thought that was pretty cool.
was
Like
the
just
marriage
those
of
little
Mockingbird and
reveals,
Hawkeye
right?
before this, though?
Yes,
What's
it
it?
was. It was in the Hawkeye solo series.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, it was issue for like right at the end of issue 4. They sort of elope.
Cool.
So this was a kind of fun story. They kind of gave a little bit of exposition of like what happened previously, like why these characters are the way that they are, and they give you like, hey, it's like it happened here after this happened. Like so, for somebody coming in and just reading this issue for the first time, I kind of knew why these characters were the way that they were. So it gave me a lot of exposition that I really needed for a first time reader of just coming in at this point, just to read this Letterman book. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed this book. I didn't know how I was going to take it because I was like, it's just like it's a gimmick book. Let's get a celebrity in the book and stuff. But it really worked very well having them on there. They really captured Letterman. I'm not sure if they really had him like being like, hey, what would you say at this point? Like if they really had him talked to him at all and been like, hey, we want to get your opinion on what you'd say in these situations. That would be really cool to find out that they did.
I think they did.
Did they? Yeah. Okay. That's cool because
I
it
think
seems
there was
like
something where they
it.
said thank you to Letterman for his involvement or something like that. Somewhere in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
Yeah.
he had to give permission, and
Yeah.
NBC had to give permission too. So
Yeah. Because they definitely captured him perfectly in this. Like I could reading it too. Probably with you guys as well. You heard David Letterman when you were reading it. Like
yes,
that, I did for sure.
Mhm.
And
I
I
used
do
to
like
be a
how they got the
very,
gap in it.
I was a
Yeah.
very faithful watcher of Letterman back in the day.
Me
So
too.
Do you watch his new series? The one that he put out on Netflix, My Next Guest.
no, I haven't seen that yet.
I've
Oh,
heard of
those
it.
are really good too.
Hmm.
Yeah. What
Doesn't he
else
have
can I
like
say about
mirrors
this
and stuff
story?
like this
I
one?
know I was talking to Biggie about a certain part, but I think I'll let him talk about that part. Um, but this book was fun. It wasn't anything to be taken seriously. It shows you how I don't know. The villain of the story is just kind of a character who is just like, hey, I want to show people how smart I am. I
Yeah, and
want
he's
to
not
show
that smart.
people that I am capable of taking down the Avengers and stuff live on TV. And he wanted to make a name for himself, and what better way than to do that, I guess. Um, but yeah, the villain was all right. All right, cover. Cover, I would agree with Matt, just not so high. I do I do like the go-go checks. I do like how they got the gap in his teeth. Um, I, another thing I like about it, it's weird, but I just like how Beast is upside down, coming down from the top of the cover. So I would give it a 4. Interior, I kind of say it felt similar. Like I didn't mind it at all. Like I didn't see anything I really disliked at all, and TM likes some lags. So um, I well, yeah, 3.5 for the interior. Um, story story was really good. Exposition at the start. At first, I kind of was wondering where it was going. I wasn't sure if I was reading the right book. I was like, wait, isn't this a Letterman book? But then all of a sudden, I was like, okay, yeah, there we go. They mentioned Letterman. And then it got right off the races with introducing these characters, bringing them together, stating what character is where, why they're getting this character, what they're doing in previous issues, upcoming issues. Like we learn a lot from these characters in just this one issue. Besides, well, it's a talk show, so I guess that makes sense. That Letterman's been asking them, like, "Hey, what are you guys up to? What have you been up doing? What are you doing tomorrow? Anything new coming up in the teamwork?"
I got
So
hold on, TM, 1 second, please. I got $5 from JSS. Let's drop the leg for him. Thank you so much, JSS, for the support to the network. If I could get this damn thing to scroll. What the fuck? Oh, here we go. Thank you, JSS.
Big Biggie. Biggie. Biggie.
Got to pay the bills. All right, go ahead, TM.
that's about it, I guess. Story. I'll give it a 4,
Okay. Nice.
and overall, I'll give it a 3.75.
3.75. I had to get my toes out for this one. No, I'm kidding. 11.5, 14.5, 15.25. Who would you like next, TM?
No, we'll go with you.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, I have to be critical of this bad boy. I guess I'll be the first one to bring some bad news. It's a little long in the beginning, a little long in the ear, a little talky, walkie. It could have been funner. Letterman's fucking hilarious, but it was good. It was real good. I like the way that Letterman got involved. That's the part TM's probably going to leave out and let me have. You know, Letterman actually put his hands. If it wasn't for Letterman, we'd be fucked. So
I just
Letterman.
love the huge doorknob. It's just hilarious as a prop.
Oh yeah, you brought it up. That's right, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my favorite part of it. I thought the beginning was long. The cover's pretty good. I'm gonna give the cover. I'll give it a 3.25. A little better than a 3. Inside art, Milgram, classy, 3.5. Story, I'll give it a 3.5 because I'll give it a 3. I wasn't that great. And then overall, I'm comfy with a 3.25. These are all good scores. These ain't bad scores. So, but I just ain't in the 4s with it. I think that it had potential to be a little bit better because Letterman is really built perfectly for comics. It'd have been,
Yeah.
it worked good, but it was just too much Avengers. I want more Letterman.
The thing is, I believe this was the first year that Letterman was on the show, so a lot of his signature stuff, like stupid pet
Didn't
tricks,
happen later.
haven't happened yet.
Hmm.
But you know what? It's stupid villain tricks, anyways, in this book.
Yeah, and the villain was dumb. The villain, I mean, I know that I get it. He wants to challenge and prove that he's able to beat the Avengers.
Well,
and
he lost to them
I
twice.
lost twice before.
Yeah, and they put the numbers in there, and he was a little pissed that the Avengers that came weren't like Captain America and She-Hulk and the ones he actually lost to.
Hmm.
Right. So
And he thought this was the B team, and he thought he could easily beat them, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I get a little. It's getting a little tropey with the way. The only reason the villain's there is because he wants to prove he's better than the superhero shit. Like, give us a different directive.
That's a very popular trope, though.
It seems to be the biggest. We keep reading these books. That's what keeps coming to us. So yeah.
I mean, that's Lex Luthor's whole thing. You're gonna,
Yeah.
you can drop another leg if you
Oh
want.
shit! I didn't know. Oh, thank you, Patel Phillips. Hello, my fellow local comic book collectors. Yes, good to see you.
Biggie.
Gotta keep the lights on in this thing. All right.
Patel
Alan.
lives in the same city Alan and I does. That's why he's.
Oh, okay. Very neat.
Okay, so I'll kind of get into both my scores and the review as well. So my score for the cover, I would have given it a 3.25. I thought it was a good cover, but it gets bonus points because it's a go-go check cover. And that's always, there's always bonus points for that. So I give it a 3.5. And I do like the cover. I like the fact that Letterman's on the cover. I like collecting first appearances. And this is kind of cool because it's a first appearance of David Letterman in comics.
And Paul Schaefer.
And he's on the cover, which is cool. Now, the interesting thing about this book is it is a gag book. At the end of the day, it's not meant to be taken seriously. It is strangely, like, usually I complain about other books where, like, let's say you have a series and it's like 6 issues and there's like the 5th issue or 4th issue and they're filler books and you're like, oh, this is a filler book. But the funny thing about this book is it came in with the premise that it's a filler book, but it did the exact opposite. It told you the whole story about, Hawkeye's hearing problem, set up the wedding, set up the vision and all his stuff. It did a lot of heavy lifting for a filler book. It did.
First time I read this book, when he got the questions in advance and started answering the questions before he was asked, that was hilarious.
I was going to get to that. So,
sorry.
So there were those comedic moments where they, in a weird way, they were kind of making fun of Hawkeye. She's like Hawkeye a lot, where he wasn't hearing everybody. I thought that was kind of well played. The other thing, I didn't catch it, but you guys sort of mentioned it. Maybe I misunderstood it at the time. Was that I thought the devices still worked, even though he was disabled himself. Is that true or wrong?
Yeah, once Letterman grabbed the box from him, he was able to shut them off.
So they were all shut off at that point. So that's
Yes.
what I misunderstood. Okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood. I was like, oh, how did
Letterman saves the day.
yeah, basically I knew it was Letterman saves the day.
Yeah.
I got that. So yeah, I thought that was actually kind of a cool way of they always try to set up like some way that the heroes can overcome something which is technically impossible. So the one roller machine was in a way it was perfectly designed to take out Wonder Man, because the more strength he puts into it, the more powerful it gets against him, right? And that's actually a pretty good thing. So you think, oh, how are these heroes that are going to take out? And Black Widow's weapons weren't working against the devices as well. They were in trouble, and the cockiness of the villain, him just pulling up a chair right up, the chair with Letterman, and then putting a force field around both of them to protect his interview, basically, was actually his downfall. That he didn't see Letterman as a threat. But if you know Letterman, he's actually, he holds his own. One of my favorite episodes or multi-episode thing that Letterman did was Letterman's backstory is he was actually a grocery store clerk at one point. And every year they have like the fastest grocery bagger, okay, that has to bag all the items, right, at the grocery thing. And Letterman will challenge that person every year that does it, and he wins. He's actually holds his own, so he's not like some just like so I could see him taking this kind of role of being a little bit of a hero, like stepping up to the occasion. So I thought that was really cool. So as I said, for a filler book, it it did the exact opposite of what it was supposed to do, which is very cool to see. So I'm not going to give it quite the high scores that you guys gave, but I felt like the story was well written, and I'll give it a 3.5. Okay, so I'm not quite, this is not like going to change my life kind of story, but it's a great story. It's a good story. It's fun. It serves what purpose and more, I should say. The interior art I thought was solid as well. It was a 3.5 for me as well. I actually like the look of Mockingbird. I think she looks like a cool character. I'd like to learn more about her as a character. Overall, it's a 3.5. So consistent.
Worked out well.
Not very original about coming up with different numbers.
It's just a very, it's a lighthearted, yes, and it actually fulfilled a thing. It gave Hawkeye updating the Avengers of the
Updated those series, right? And
updating from his series, because that happened where he lost his hearing at the end.
But it also set up other series, because it sets up the new Defenders team. It sets up like it's actually kind of an important book for a filler book.
Yes, I know. There's a lot of it involved, and I loved the fact that he was so nervous about Black Widow meeting his wife.
Yes, I thought that was cute too. That was very cute. It was very suggestive. That there was a few things that I thought were kind of funny. Like there was a scene at the very beginning where he's bringing in, he's carrying Mockingbird over the threshold.
Yeah,
and he says something like, "Look what I've gone and done," or something weird, and it just could have like second meanings. But I just thought that was really funny too, strangely. So I thought, it was good. It was
well, it came in, guys, at 72.8%.
So I think books like this do better because it's hard to really put a hate on it. You know what I mean? So I think when we're all consistently kind of on the same page, it generally does better. Whereas,
Yeah, I think we were all pretty good on it. I was pretty hard on JoJo. I think I gave it good scores. I
mhm.
didn't say the greatest things, but I'm not going to I'm not going to say like it's a 4 or 5 because a 4 or 5 to me is very, very
Yeah,
good.
it's
I
really,
think
yeah, it should be awesome.
it was really damn good, though. I mean, it's a book that if I saw it in a box of books, I would grab it. Sure.
Well,
Mhm.
it's as I said, it's not the greatest story, but you know what? It's a lot of fun. It's definitely in the top.
So I like this one better as a joke book, or I'm not sure if you call it a joke book, but you know what I mean. Versus the way they did Ambush Bug. But
Yeah.
I think this
Well,
was better.
Ambush Bug. Well, first of all, they had a real celebrity in this one, a real
Mhm.
person. So then there was a personality behind it, and things are things. Yeah, this book came in at exactly number 20 on our list.
That's a cool Boris the Bear.
This is what we're reading this week.
Oh, really?
Yep. I wanted to pick books that, I've read over the years and kind of stuck with me, and I like this one.
Boris the
Wow.
Bear 5.
Dumb thing.
Boris the Bear 5. I think I'm not going to. I was talking to TM about this earlier, and I'm not saying anybody has to change up their way we do the show.
This
What's
is
up?
the Boris the Bear. I was debating about putting this in your box, actually.
Popping it? Is that the one with Stepper?
First appearance of Steppen.
I need that. I don't know if I have it, but I have a lot of
I
Boris the
wasn't
Bear.
sure if I had 2 copies of it. If I had 2 copies, I
If
would.
you got
have
a
given
double
it
of
to you.
anything, cool, yeah. But if that's the only copy you got, don't do that.
Yeah, but it's a cheap book. You can pick it up for like $3. It's not-
Yeah, I might have it. I just gotta look. I got a bunch of cool Boris the Bear. What was I gonna say? Oh,
Actually, that's the second appearance of Steppo. This is the
okay.
first.
The last issue I thought was. Oh, I don't know that one. I didn't know he was in question.
He's in the editor notes or the letters to the editor. The
Oh.
answers they're called in that book.
Okay. Yeah. February 1st, 1982 was the first night that Letterman was on Late Night with David Letterman on NBC.
And when's
this
this
is a
book from?
1983 book.
83.
No, went to
Oh,
95.
so, wow.
Yeah, as I said, this is early. That's why I said there's
Really
a lot of
early in his
Yeah.
career.
so like there was not a lot, like as I said, things like Stupid Pet Tricks haven't quite made their debut. The top
Mhm.
10 had, but
Yeah, I
so
always liked his top 10s and stuff like that. That
You
was
know.
always fun. He was entertaining. That's when late night was actually good.
yes.
I think
Well, I
that-
remember for the longest time, I always thought it was hilarious because as a baseball fan, because he was always making fun of the Cleveland Indians because they were the worst team in baseball for so long.
I tell you the truth, dude. I think that his first 2 or 3 seasons are his best. So
Yes.
especially his first year. I mean, he was
So
on.
I
fire.
watched him mainly in the late 80s and early 90s.
I watched him from the late 80s till about 2000.
Okay.
Young Letterman is really comical. The guy that worked for him and wrote had a movie that bombed really hard called Cabin Boy.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
you know
Cabin
what?
Boy. I didn't realize that.
I have a video. I actually have a video.
Letterman's in that movie.
Yes, I know. He's the one who says, "Would you like to buy a monkey?"
Yes,
And
the
he
Sock
made fun
Monkeys
of
are
that
pretty
at
popular.
the year he hosted the Oscars. He made fun of that over and over and over again.
Isn't
That was
isn't
the
that
one
an
where I
Adam
watched
Sandler movie? Isn't that Adam Sandler's first movie?
No, that's Waterboy.
I
No,
don't
no.
know.
There was a movie
No, it
that
was
Adam
Chris
Sandler
Elliott.
first starred in, and it bombed hard.
It might have been that movie, but Chris
Might have been,
Elliott's
but Chris
the main.
Elliott
star,
was the
yeah.
big one. But
But
that
you might be
scene
right.
that scene with "Would you like to buy a monkey?" I actually have a video of my 4-year-old daughter at the time where I gave her the monkey and I told her, "This is what you need to say." And she's like, "Would you like to buy a monkey? Would you like to buy a monkey?"
I got Sock Monkeys. I didn't know that's what he was selling until I watched a clip of it recently. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, he had them Sock Monkeys. That's so weird.
Mhm.
And it was so funny too, where he's like, Chris Elliott's talking and he's like insulting him between lines. It's like, "Dude, seriously, are you like a Nancy boy?" Like he's all
Yeah.
doing these kind of things.
It's a
like,
cult classic, dude. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
No,
I know.
never mind. I was thinking the movie I was thinking was called Going Overboard.
Oh, okay. That's another bad movie.
Yeah, it was his first movie that he was ever in, and it was terrible.
So, did you post your top 10 wolves and dogs books, TM?
Oh,
No, I've gotten them together. I found 13, so I'm like, okay, cool. I got 13, so I gotta get them together and film it and put it out probably tonight.
I got mine out. I know you got yours out, right, Matt?
Yeah, I did
we
mine
put on Saturday.
last Saturday.
Yeah, I just barely snuck mine out right before the
All
show.
right, I am gonna ask one question though. Yeah, Alan, you remember Gargoyles?
Yes, I love that show.
Do you remember I forget the gargoyle name where he was more like a dog than anything? Does that count?
If they have
No.
dog in them,
I'm not
I'd say
13,
yes.
so drop that one. I wouldn't consider
Uh,
that a dog.
All right.
My list sucked, I'll admit it, but half of them were okay. Like I use Wolverine for quite a bit.
Wolverine? Okay,
Yep.
Wolverine. Wolverine.
I consider if they have any wolf or dog in them, good enough for me.
Okay.
That's how I went because
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
have
I used one that was a Son of Satan cover where it was the Egyptian god with the dog face. I used that. in
What,
Yeah.
Nubius?
Nubius, yes.
All right. So TM and Matt just dropped. Oh, here's my boy. I wanted to show that too. TM and Matt just dropped a with the community. Chatting with the community. So go watch that. And I would like to thank my buddy Joffrey one more time. I think this guy's got beautiful taste in books, dude. He just sent me a classy,
Nice.
beautiful set of books. Really love that one.
I forgot what that is. Like, that's a key, by the way, that Warlock.
I think
What
it's
is
the
that?
first Soul Gem.
Yeah, I knew it was something big. It was something. Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
this.
the 100th issue. That's a big one.
Melody and I like this one a lot. I think it's Al Milgren. No, it's Neil Adams cover.
Oh, wow.
This one.
That's an early Avengers. Yeah, that's cool.
And that one. So thank you again,
Warlock
Joffrey. And yeah, so Matt and TM just did chat with the community. Alan, what's our next 10, dude?
It's a surprise on Friday. I'll tell you behind the stage. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
And Matt, you just dropped a video recently too?
Yeah,
do, Matt?
and tomorrow night as well. I did a video on the We 3 on Monday that dropped. Last night I had Mark Mueller on for Mark's Issues with Archie. That was a pretty good show. I was really Anubis. That's it. Anubis. Yes.
That's what I said. Anubis.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Tomorrow night, Steven, myself, and Cliff will be on Thomas O'Donnell's channel doing a Legion show at 8 p.m.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna plug Matt again. He did mention that We 3 video. Definitely go check that out. What's the title? Because the title is like what it's like if a
It said,
dog.
what do you get? What do you get when you team up a dog, a cat, and a rabbit?
Yeah. Because like I've been pushing We 3 for the longest time, and I'm so happy that Matt read it and did a
I read
review on
when-
it and stuff.
When you mentioned it the first time there, TM.
Yep. And Alan's read it too. It's a great series, short series and stuff. I
good
really
series.
enjoyed it.
All right.
My
And
favorite
I enjoyed
Grant
it
Morrison
one
story.
night. I enjoyed it quite a lot, actually.
It was good.
What you got, Alan? I really enjoyed your Monday show where you battled
Steven?
Steppo. Yeah, I think
I think we tied ultimately. It was.
I think you should have went a third round, but that was a
Nah,
good.
I prefer leaving it as a tie. I don't want
Yeah.
Steven to cry too much.
He said the same about you.
I'm probably the one that takes it more seriously. Yeah, so
That's right. JSS Brooklyn is my next guest on my Tuesday show. That's true.
I think today's show that I did was good. My Wednesday
What was
show.
that?
Somebody called me out for steals of the week, or not steals, where I was saying like I bought some comic and it was a steal, and they called me out and said, "Oh, it wasn't a steal," blah blah blah. So I kind of debunked them, and because I'm willing to take the tough questions, and yeah. So and tomorrow, when I recorded my last unboxing, I totally screwed up. I counted 5, and then the next video I did was 5. So I had 2 5s. So basically, tomorrow is the lost episode that didn't air because I screwed up
The
the
lost
numbers.
episode.
Yeah, so it's
That's
a lost
cool.
episode. It probably deserved to stay lost. It wasn't that good of an episode. Not to spoil it, but yeah, it'll be fun though. It'll be okay. So
Yep,
that's
and don't forget Friday night. What do you got going on Friday?
Friday. We're going to be hanging out. If you want, Biggie, you can join us. No swearing allowed though.
I'll cut the cigarettes down to a minimum. Yeah, I'll probably join.
Because I think we have a few people missing. So,
Jonko won't be there.
Uncle won't
he's
be
on the road.
there, and so I think I might invite you, and you can join us.
Yeah, sounds
I'm
great.
not sure if Nate is ready to come back online.
And
yet.
I don't think Nate's around either. So, and Hagen's not around either. So we're out like 3 people.
I'll bring some nice books, and I know how good the party goes.
Actually,
so.
you might have an unboxing that you can do.
Yeah, you were telling me that. That would be something, wouldn't it?
According to what the people told me, it should come on Friday.
Wow, that's quick as hell. But all
Yeah,
right,
it is quick. So
it
You
is.
send it by courier?
I send it by courier, yeah, because Canada Post is not working, right?
I know. And the news that came out today, it's not looking good.
I don't think I think they were saying, okay, if we keep it like the postal strike going, we can save money.
Yeah. More like that, but I think now that Canada Post has been told that they have to make changes, I think they're thinking we can bust these guys now.
Yeah,
Because they're not even they walked away from the table. They're not even going to meet.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Yeah, I used
Yeah.
yeah.
You used. I knew you'd figure something out. I didn't know what it would be, but what's okay? So now that Post is out, I know that ain't gonna stop you from getting books, Alan. Out of everybody in fucking Canada,
So I'm getting a whole
what are
bunch
you going
of
to do?
books. I'm getting a bunch of books on Monday, supposedly from
Uh-huh.
FedEx. It's 3 big boxes.
So you're going to just make sure everybody ships a certain way, and you're going to get them anyway.
Yeah, actually, I was kind of lucky on Heritage. There was lots where it was like 20 or 30 books in the lot, and I basically got them, and they were all Golden Age. I got it for like $1 each kind of level. It was like really cheap, like lots of.
That's a steal.
That is a steal. So I got a bunch. It's going to be a pretty cool unboxing. The next one.
Yeah, I want the postal services to come back because I ended up getting like 5 slabs and 4 nice comics for $40. So
Oh wow, that's cheap.
And I have about $350 worth of checks that are coming my way that I'm now stuck waiting for.
Oh
no,
I've been telling people don't send me checks.
Yes, but the problem is, like, they got sent out, and that the problem with this strike was its suddenness.
Mhm.
No one was prepared for it.
Yeah.
So, for those that aren't aware, with the Canadian, what happened was the Canadian government in the morning said, we're going to make rules that Canada Post has to follow now because this is enough. We can't afford to keep giving it money. So they need to do this, and this, and they have 45 days to do it. Well, the government went and did it without telling the union that was their plan. The union found out, got angry, and told everybody, we're still in a strike position. We're off the job. Let's go.
So the stuff that got shipped before the striker is just in limbo.
It's in limbo.
That is
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's scary. And
well,
sometimes
it's not that bad because, like, you think about the last time they went on strike, there was so much backed up, and they got those packages out. I didn't hear anybody having issues with lost packages or damaged packages when they came back from the strike.
Yes,
and there was a
at
lot
least
backed up.
we had a bit of a warning that time. We had a 4 or 5 day warning.
Mhm.
This time we literally didn't have anything. It was like, oh, now they're on strike.
Yeah, it was like literally midday, like when they.
Yeah, it was
struck.
Yeah, that is
midday.
true. That is true. It was like noon.
Actually, it's funny because the postman for some reason came early to my house that day, So actually, I got mail on the day that it said
Yeah,
they were
me
gonna-
too. Because my postman always shows up about 10:30.
Yeah, so my
Yeah.
just before, literally maybe a few minutes before.
Granted, all I got was like 4 flyers, but I still got
Yeah,
mail.
I got junk too, but I still got my junk.
I gotta say this though, that the union's pretty organized to be like, hey, midday, everybody, let's across Canada, let's go on strike, and it's pretty
Yeah,
organized. I must
honestly
say.
think I think that they're not going to win. Nobody's going to win out of
No.
this. The biggest losers are going to be us.
Well, I mean, the thing is, they're literally bleeding money. I mean, it's just like they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars on.
They're
a thing that's
losing
poorly run.
$10 million a day, or in US dollars, $7 million a day.
All right.
As
Yeah, well,
Americans don't care.
yeah, what's gonna happen is it's like, yeah, it's gonna end up getting sold.
I think that I learned a lot about the Canadian strike from here, and I think that what I wanted to focus on was like how Alan's still going to get books because you guys got.
No, I'll get FedEx. You get this is just our postal system, not.
So
and I mean, I've got Stackery. I could do the same thing. It's just so much more expensive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you ain't going to be buying like big books, you probably ain't going to be. It's going to cut down your buying. A lot of Canadians buy online, which is a little secret. I don't think all of us know.
No, Canadians more than any other country on the planet buy online.
I was going to say, if you were going to say the opposite, I was going to be like, really? Because I think you guys
Canadian retail, like going to a store, is almost dead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you go online, buy it in the store?
Why would you go to the store, man? Like, why would you leave the house?
Yeah, I mean, but Amazon is going to do well during this whole thing because their shipping is totally unrelated.
Yeah, and they're themselves.
Well, they're connected with UPS a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that was Book Club Adventure 239.
On that sour note,
and Canadian shipping news, I thought was interesting. I hope you guys don't get hammered for months. I hope it's sooner than what everybody's saying.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the beginning.
$85 to get 2 slabs shipped. That's crazy.
Well, that was from Vancouver to Ottawa. That's that's across the continent. That's actually.
I know. It shouldn't cost extra. Like usually prices don't.
3 large boxes from Stackery was 200 and something.
It was okay. I used FedEx when Robbie sent my Adventure 247 to the Stackery.
Mm-hmm.
I shipped it here by courier because I wanted to get it, and just for one book cost me $67 to convert.
Yeah, it's brutal, by the way, Biggie. Just so you know, Canada.
What? I didn't know it was that much to get one book. Dang on.
Yeah, just from New Hampshire to Ottawa, which is 5 hours.
Hold on. I'm sorry, Alan. Go ahead, Matt. I'm slow. Go ahead.
It was literally, it's 5 hours from where Nashua, New Hampshire is to Ottawa, because it takes about 3 hours to drive from New Hampshire to Montreal and 2 hours from Montreal to Ottawa, where Alan and I are. So literally a 5-hour trip cost, it took 2.5 days and $67 Canadian.
How much was it to ship to me, Alan?
It was like 20 some odd bucks.
Oh, okay. I thought you.
It wasn't too bad actually, because I made it really thin, so it was like it almost not quite. It was in a Gemini mailer, and like I kind of I was kind of lucky that way.
Yeah. By the way, let y'all know, like Alan, instead of I was thinking about. So I told him I was interested in another book he had.
The one I sent you is actually a very nice copy. It's the second one, the second book. It's really got good color.
Yeah, the condition of the other book I got's nicer than the one I wanted, and I appreciate the hell out of that. Now the one I wanted is definitely like kind of a cover grill. I think like a good one for him. But Yeah, Alan suggested to just send it to me and pay him back later, so he didn't pay for shipping.
Yeah.
So that was very nice of you, Alan. I appreciate that, and looking forward to it. I'll show it on the channel when I get it, or I'll either.
You're close to having the complete run.
Right, that's true. I think there's eight.
There's 8 in the run, so you got 4th of it.
That's cool.
Well, it's kind of like Spider-Man. You gotta get that AF-15, which the prize 7 or whatever, prize 5.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hashtag enjoy. We'll be back with Boris the Bear number 5 next week, guys. See y'all later.
Biggie. Biggie.